Hey witches. Everybody has gone to sleep but me again. So I thought I would give you guys 10 witchy tips to help you be the best witch you can be and be safe doing it. So there are 10 of these. They are in order of importance. The first one is the most important. The rest really are about the same. But the first one is the most important, is protection. You've got to have protection. My advice is to take some herbs, rosemary. You could do rue. You could do angelica root. You could do hyssop. You could do black salt. Well, you could add a little black salt into this mixture. But make a mixture of herbs. Make sure that you're touching the herbs and feeling the herbs. And as you're going through the process of just getting them together, each time you touch one, let it flow through your hands and think about protection. Even tell the herb what you want it to do, which, of course, those herbs are the top tier protection herbs, so that's what they probably going to do anyway. But let them know what you want them to do, and let them know what you want protection from. I always say all negative energies, all negative events, all negative spirits, all negative influences, and anything else negative. Those are the 5 things that I'll say usually when I'm doing a protection working, because you want like an umbrella, like a blanket, a shield around you, your home, your family, and include that too. What do you want to protect? Just yourself? Are you alone? Do you want to protect an entire family? You've got kids or a husband or a fiance, partner. You want to protect them. Name the names. Say the names of each person that you want to be under that umbrella of protection. Say the items you want to protect. My home and everything in it. My car. Add those things. My job, my money. Add those things in there. That's why usually protection workings will take about 3 days. The first day, you do a bath every day in the herbs. You need to make enough herbal blend to probably about a bowl full or a half a bowl full of those herbs mixed, and then make a really strong tea, or either put it in a sachet and get that in the bed with you. In the bed. You could, because you will actually end up putting some of this in the bed with you. So just listen to the next steps. So put that in the bath with you and take a ritual bath. And when you finish and you've been basically soaking in that mixture of those herbs, do not then rinse them off. What I do is I get clean first, and then I get into the ritual bath. And if you don't have a bathtub, you can get your shower, get all clean and fresh, and then make a really strong tea, strain it, and then take that tea and dump it all over your body, and then get out and dry off. Just dry yourself off, and then you've got the properties of those herbs are still on you. But if you take a bath and then get all good with the herbs and then wash them off, what was the point of doing them? Because you want those on you for the 3 days that you're working this. So day 1, ritual bath, and then you're going to do a candle. You're going to do a white candle. You can also do black, but I like to do white for this. Take your white candle and inscribe sigils in it. There are lots of protection sigils. If you have a deity, you could carve their sigil in it, or either have a piece of paper nearby with their sigil on it. If it's too hard to draw, carve in any kind of protection symbols, runes, any runes that you want to carve, just anything that you can think of when you're talking about protection. But definitely write the word protection. Okay, definitely write that word in whatever language you speak. Write that word, protection. And then you're going to sit with that candle. And you first don't light the candle yet, but sit with the candle. Make sure it's cleansed before. I should have said that first, but make sure it's cleansed from all negative energies. Then dress it. You can dress it in any oil you want, and then give it a little bit of that herbal blend that you made. Put some of that on there, unless you have a protection oil. Like my protection oil already has all of those in it, and black salt and other stuff. So if you don't have a protection oil, just use olive oil and then roll it in those herbs. And remember, when you have a taper candle, because this you need to use a taper at least maybe a 6-inch or bigger. You don't have to sit with the candle the entire time it burns, just 10 to 15 minutes. But dress that candle. It's going to have herbs on it, okay, unless your oil already has it in it. When you have a candle that's been dressed with oils and herbs, you have a fire hazard right there. So be careful with the candle, okay? Don't leave it unattended. Just don't, okay? So what you're going to do on day 1, you're going to light that candle. You've already had the bath. You've got the candle dressed, ready to go. You've carved on it. Then you've dressed it. Light it up. When you're lighting it up, say something out loud or in your head about the statement that I told you. Protecting yourself from all those 5 things that I named. You can even add more. You can make a list of 50 things if you want. Just say them out loud into that, into the candle. Call upon the universal source of all energy. Okay? Call upon your spirit guides. Call upon your deities. Call upon whoever is going to assist you with this protection work. Okay? So once you have done that, you've said your say with the candle, you're going to light it up, and you're going to sit there with it, and you're going to focus on the word protection. Just focus. Meditate with it. If your mind starts to wander, because it probably will, just come back to that word protection. You can look up little prayers if you want to do a little Wiccan prayer for protection. There are tons online. I'll find some and link them for you. But you could say that over and over and over, or just pick a phrase from that and say that over and over and over if you start to drift, because our minds wander. That's just what they do. So anyway, protection. That's day 1, okay? So after about 15 minutes, snuff out the candle with your fingers or a snuffer. Don't blow it out. Don't blow out a candle unless it's your birthday and it's on a cake. Or you're just using it for a candle, just for light or heat. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do on day 2 is the bath again, or the shower again. That's why I said you need about half a bowl of herbs, like a big bowl, like a cereal bowl. And then if you run out, you can always make another mixture of whatever you use, but it's good to kind of use the same batch because you already have consecrated this batch while you were putting it together. Day 2, you're going to relight that candle after your bath and focus on it again. Protection. Name all those things again. Meditate with it for 10 to 15 minutes again, and then snuff it out. Okay? And then what you can do is take some of those herbs, put those in a mojo bag. Put the herbs in a little mojo bag, not the sachet bags for the bath, but like a mojo bag, the little velvet bags. Take that, fill it with the herbs, and put it under your pillow. And you're going to sleep with it on night 2. Okay? And then on day 3, or night 3, because you're doing this at night, you can do it during the day. It's okay. It's good to do it to bring in protection. Kind of doesn't matter about the moon phase. Full moon would be great. Full moon would be optimal. Because you can really kind of, stretch the full moon's energy for a couple of days. Like if you started the day before, then did day 2 on the full moon, and then day 3 the next day, that would be great. But you need to bring protection in, you don't need to have to wait for a moon cycle, because you need your shit straight. You need to be protected. So don't worry about the moon phase that much, okay? But if you've already done something for protection and you want to amp it up, then do this on the full moon. Anyway, day 3. You're going to do the bath for the 3rd time, final time, and you can do the bath whenever you want. If you feel icky, you come home from work and there's some bitch who's driving you crazy or some asshole, just come home, make your little herbal blend, put it in your little sachet, and then make your way to the tub, and it'll remove all that stuff. Also, buying that Florida water soap that I told you guys about. That's what you can get, and it really works. I use it all the time. I used it tonight, actually, just a little while ago. My hair's still wet. Anyway, so next, you're going to light the candle. Focus again. Okay, 10 to 15 minutes. You should have plenty of candle left. Now, this is where you make a decision. Do you want to take the candle and let it burn all the way down? Or do you want to snuff it out and just, bury it somewhere, or, throw it away? That's up to you. But remember, you've got a fire hazard because it's got herbs all over it. So just be careful if you're going to leave it burning, which is probably what I would do. Put it in a metal dish or something and check on it every few minutes. Don't leave it somewhere and then go to sleep. Not good. So let's see. Day 3, after you're done with your candle, you're going to take that little mojo bag that you have, that you slept with, and you can continue to sleep with it. You can put it under your bed. You can put it in behind your bed frame. Just put it somewhere in your bedroom where nobody's going to find it, and you're going to be protected by those herbs. I like to hold on to the little mojo bags with the protective herbs in them and just keep them. If you want to, you can give it back to the earth by just thanking the universe for the protection that you have received, and then empty them out onto your grass. That's fine. It's up to you. Okay, this is flexible. This is my specific way that I do it. Not everybody is the same. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So let's see. Candle, mojo bag. So what you're going to do next is you're going to find a talisman. Okay, you probably already have one. If you don't, you do need a talisman for this. It can be anything. It can be anything that you're going to wear on your person. It can even be a mojo bag if you're going to plan to keep that in your pocket the whole time, which is best if it's a piece of jewelry. It's just easier to, keep on your body. So you're going to take that talisman. You're going to take some of the herbs that you have left. You should have a little bit left at this point. You're going to heat up your charcoal disc in your cauldron or fire safe dish. And you're going to sprinkle little pinches of that protection herb onto the disc, and you're going to consecrate your amulet through the smoke. Okay? You can call upon the power of air while you do this if you want, and talk about the things you want protection from. Again, if you don't work with the elements a lot, then you can just call upon the universal source of energy, or your deities, or your spirits, or spirit guides, whoever you've been calling on this whole time. You can call on them again, or you can just do the element of air. It's up to you. Or both. It's up to you completely. So you're going to consecrate that object, whatever it is, in the smoke from the herbs. And you're going to do that, pass it through the smoke a few times while you speak your intentions aloud. What do you want protection from? Say it. Speak it. Speak it again, okay, while it's going through the smoke. And then after that, what I like to do, if I have any herbs left, is I like to let it sit it in the herbs and like cover it up with them and let it sit there overnight just in the herbs. And then the next day I put it on. Some people, just as soon as they finish consecrating it with the air, that's enough. But I go that extra little step just because I do, but you don't have to by any means. If you run out of mixture, don't even worry about it. Just consecrate it with the last little bit as it burns, and then put it on, and you're good to go. So that's protection. That's what I would do. I know that's enough for almost its own video, but it's not. That's just number one. The rest are a lot faster. But I wanted to let you guys know how I invoke protection, okay? Or how I evoke protection, how I bring protection in to my life, because, you know, especially if you're going to do a bang for working here and there, you need that. And you need it even if you're not. Like I said, the minute you touch a tarot deck, you've opened that portal, okay? And don't forget to close close the portals when you're opening them, guys. Please don't leave them open. Okay, the next one I wrote to keep silent. Don't tell everybody about your spell work. It loses energy. Another thing that makes spells lose energy is thinking about them too much, worrying about them, especially worrying about them. That's probably the worst. Oh my gosh, will it work? I don't think I deserve a new car. I don't think I'm worthy of that. I don't think I'm strong enough. Any of that. No. Fuck that. No. You are strong enough, and you do deserve it, and you need to have a big ego. This is the time when you're doing magic. This is the time for you to feel like you are a legit god or goddess. Because you are. You are god or goddess of your life. It is in your hands. You have the power to change whatever you want to change. You just have to try hard enough. You have to repeat it. You have to keep on going. Don't give up. But keep silent about your stuff. Keep silent and don't worry about it. Once you do it, it's done. It's done. Just like after you eat food, you don't sit there and think about the food for an hour, right? Most of us don't. But if we had an eating disorder, we might. But most of us don't. We just eat and then we're done. We forget about it and go on about our day. That's what you do. Okay, with magic. Go on about your day. But repeat the spell. Repeat the spell on the next appropriate night, okay? If it's a money spell, Thursday, waxing moon, every time. And then again on the full moon. Okay. Another one I wrote, so this will be number 3. Write a thank you letter to the universe after you receive something, okay? Or write a thank you to the universe to show gratitude for what you already have, to show that you're thankful for what you already have. So both of those. So that's kind of 2 for 1. Always be grateful. Be grateful, because having that gratitude shows that you're appreciative, and it shows that you give a damn and that you care about your life. Okay. Next, focus with your candles. Like I talked about in the protection spell, sit with your intention in the forefront of your mind for a minimum of 10 minutes. Sit with it. If you need to go into meditation to do that, a lot of us do, then do that. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's why meditation is so important. In addition to the other reasons I gave you guys in that other video, please watch it if you haven't seen it. But go into a meditative state if you need to, whatever will help you be able to sit there with that intention right in the forefront of your mind for that amount of time. At least 10 minutes. If you can go 15, go 15. If you can go 20, go 20. Okay, the next one, I think I'm on 5 now, is about money magic. Okay? A lot of us do money magic. I think probably all witches do money magic in some shape or form or another. So ask for an amount that your mind is able to comprehend. So if you have never seen more than $10,000 in your whole life. Don't go asking for $1 million your first money spell. Ask for 500 or 1,000, or just keep it open-ended. I need enough money to blank. Okay? And this is where ego comes in. You've got to put out there that you're worthy of it. You're worthy of whatever you're asking for. And you may just get more than you ask for. Don't ask for $1 million until you are ready, okay? It's a system, okay? If you've not reached that level of confidence that shows the universe that you're ready to receive a large amount, you're not going to receive an amount. But if you are and you can, then go for it and ask for that and see what happens. It can't hurt anything, right? Establish your money first. Then protect your money, and then start seeking those higher amounts. So if it's your very first money spell, it should be a money spell that establishes something. Establishes, your bank account where it's got enough where you can take care of what you need to handle. And then you want to do a spell to protect what you have coming in and what you already have. And then you can start asking for larger amounts. And do it in increments. Don't just go from 100 to 1,000. 100 to 1,000,000. 100 to 1,000 would be reasonable. But 100 to 1,000,000 would not be reasonable. But if that's your lifestyle already, and you're already driving a Maserati, then yeah, you can probably ask for 1,000,000 if you want. See what happens. Okay, number 6. Save your most important spell work for the full moon. Okay, and if you don't have any spell work to do, then this is also a wonderful time to show gratitude for what you already have. So those are the 2 things for the full moon that I want you to know. Okay, number 7, use magic to help with physical and mental health. I'm going to talk about this one for a minute. I have a video about how to banish addiction. You can also use that to banish any other bad habits that are hurting you physically. Mental health. It can also help with mental health. I think I'm going to do a whole video on mental health. But you can also banish anxiety using those same techniques. Okay, so check out that video. I'll link it below. But it's important that your mental health is strong. Okay? And you may need medication from the doctor. And that's fine. That's okay. We live in a fucked up world, and it's normal to need some kind of medication now and then, or every day. It's okay. If you have some physical thing that needs to be healed, or you have a family member or a friend that needs to be healed, there are lots of healing spells. I'll do a demo for you guys one day this week to show you what I do when I'm healing someone. But you can definitely do that. But they still need to seek medical help if it's bad enough, but you're just helping them. And if you don't have their permission, it's okay if you're helping them. It's all right. Because I did that with my grandmother, and I did not tell her, hey, I'm putting spells on you every night to get rid of your shingles. I did give her a big Ziploc bag full of ritual bath stuff. But I just told her it was herbs to help with the skin, which it was, because I put calendula and a few other things in there. So it was a 2-for-1. But I told her, real quick, because this is kind of funny, I told her, I said, now, because she knows that I'm a witch. She's a Christian, but she loves me, and she understands. She's known my whole life what my religion was. One of my only family members that has, and one of my only family members that doesn't think I'm going to hell because of it. But anyway, she's wonderful. I miss her. She was here tonight. But anyway, so when I was doing the healing spell with her, I said, after your bath, just hold on to the little sachet, keep the herbs in there, just sit it on the edge of the tub or sit it in the sink, and then the next morning, go out when you go get the paper and empty it by that giant oak tree in the front yard. It's huge. It's so beautiful. But I said, go empty it by that tree and say, thank you, universe, for healing my shingles. I said, say that as you empty the sachet every day. And she said, okay, I'll do it. And she did. She did. Those shingles were gone in like 11 days. And they take up to 6 weeks or years. But the average is 6 weeks. And they were gone. And I also did give her some coconut oil, which helped. But anyway, thought you guys would find that funny that an 87-year-old woman is doing some witchcraft without knowing it. But it worked great. The next one that I wrote down, number 8, is form deep relationships with the deities that you work with, especially your patron or matron deity. That's important. If you haven't picked one yet, start looking. And if you're one of those people that doesn't want to work with a deity, that's fine too. Just call them in as needed. But it works so much better when you have a relationship with them. I mean, if some random person was going to go to Hecate and ask that Hecate protect their dog, she is way more... It's way more probable that she's going to listen to you if you have a relationship with her, and instead of it being random. But I've done that before, not with Hecate, but with other deities, and just asked them, for help with a certain thing like Bast. But after I did that, I said, Bast has helped me, and I need to show my gratitude to Bast. So right now in my living room, I have made her an altar on the top of a bookcase, and I'll put a picture of it at the end of this video so you can see. It's cute. It's not finished yet, but I just started it today, but it looks cute, and the statue is amazing. You saw it in the haul that I did yesterday. But anyway, so I wanted to start working with her more, but I thought, I've got a cat, and I'm always going to have a cat, and I felt a really good energy when I was working with Bast with the spell, that I did the protection spell on my cat, because he is old, and I don't know, I just really like the energy. It's a lot different from Hecate's energy, which I love Hecate's energy, but Hecate's energy makes me cry. It's so strong sometimes that my voice breaks, like during an invocation, and I'm like, keep it together, man. But anyway, Hail Hecate, right? Hail Hecate. Okay, next, I think we are at 9 now. Okay, carry crystals with you. You can put them in your purse if you're a girl or a guy. Guys carry purses too, some of them, the man bags, or your backpack. Your pocket is best because it's touching your person. Okay, or get jewelry. Get a piece of jewelry that has that stone in it and wear it. I recently got that little black obsidian bracelet, and I'm going to be wearing it because it's going to be absorbing my negative feelings and anything negative coming from me. Okay, that's what that's for. And I want to program it and consecrate it to absorb my anxiety when I get anxious. So pick a crystal or two. You don't want to mix up too many because it can create issues, because there's so many different energies for each crystal. You don't want them to get like jumbled. So just kind of pick one, maybe two, and go with that. Make sure you program it, cleanse it, program it, consecrate it, whatever, and then carry it with you. Don't just pick it up from the store and then, pay for it and put it in your pocket. There is a process, but you don't have to go through a 3-day process with it like you do a talisman. Okay, and then the last one, you can do the same thing with a mojo bag. So number 10 is a mojo bag. It's more of a hoodoo tradition, but I'm very eclectic. And I do some things from the hoodoo tradition as well. I do some things from the left-hand path. I do a lot of my stuff is, just quote-unquote white magic, most of it, but I do borrow from other traditions. I don't just stick with Wiccan tradition, and that's all I use. I whatever I need, I'm going to get it. And if it's a different, area, then I'm going to go to that area and get it. So I'm definitely not pigeonholed at all. And don't let yourself be pigeonholed, and don't pigeonhole yourself. If it's hoodoo and you want to work on it, if it's voodoo and you want to work it, go for it. Do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do whatever the hell you want, as long as it's for your highest good. Unless you need to do something baneful, which that's okay. If somebody hurt you and they deserve it, do it. Do it. No shame in my game. I'll light a doom candle on you in a heartbeat if you fuck me over. You guys have seen me do it, and it's not the only one I've done. But anyway, I'm not going crazy with doom candles, guys. I just had to do one extra one on somebody that I found out later was in cahoots with the two that I had the names on for the first candle. But anyway, we'll shut up about that. I'm going to be silent as much as I can. Let's see. I think that's all. So I hope you enjoyed these 10 tips. Give them a try as soon as you get a chance. Let me know on Twitter how they go. And if you have something different that you do for protection, let me know. Let me know. Send me a DM on Twitter. I love to have some other things to incorporate into my protection ritual. Even though it's already 3 days long, it would not hurt to have it, have things to add, because I know you guys have some stuff up your sleeve as well. So that's all I have, and blessed be. I'll see you soon. Bye, witches.